what it's like to be undercover in the KKK. I would low-key want to know, not because I'm racist, but because it sounds interesting. I'm also not white, so I'd get kicked out immediately.
Men broke into your house last night to end you. You did what you had to do. Now you're sitting at a table across from the man who sent them. And he's—
Wait, what did I have to do? Did I kill him? Because if I did, I'm like that. And it's California. I'm gonna go to jail. I don't think I could have guns here.
asking if you want more coffee. But that's the middle of the story. Let's go back to the beginning. You get the assignment on a Tuesday. Your supervisor slides a folder across the desk and says just 3 words. We need you. Inside the folder,
I think we need to set a little prerequisite of the fact that you have to be white to go undercover in the KKK. I've never seen a Hispanic, a black, an Asian, or any other race as a member of the KKK. And if you go as an undercover member and you're not white, you're clearly not part of their allegiance. It's going to be so obvious. You're going to die. You're going to get executed, excommunicated, strangled, hanged, whatever.
is a name and a photograph. The man in the photo looks like someone's grandfather. Your supervisor tells you this man is the leader of his local Ku Klux Klan. Your job is to become his friend. What your supervisor doesn't tell you, what he can't tell you, is that this case is going to force you to make a decision about an innocent woman that has no good answer. A decision that will keep you up for years after it's over. But that comes later. First, you have to become someone else entirely. You move to the man's town.
I'm gonna be honest, if I was a white dude, this would probably be the easiest job for me. I could pretend to be a racist dude so easily. Don't ask why, but I could make the best racist jokes. Them people don't deserve no rights. We need to kick them out of our country. I'd be the best white KKK member of all time.
6 weeks before you even try to meet him. You rent a small place, you get a job at the hardware store on Main, you wave at neighbors, you learn which diner has the best biscuits, and you go there every morning at 6:12 until the waitress pours your coffee before you sit down. You become a regular. A man
that sounds
with
like
a
a
truck and
good
a
life.
grudge about the federal government. That's your cover. A man who hates the system. You don't rant, you let it slip out in pieces. A comment about taxes, a shake of the head when the news comes on, fake work history, fake ex-wife in Tallahassee. You build a backstory so tight that no one should suspect anything. The problem is, should. Because on day—
Wait, this is all to infiltrate the KKK. Why don't we just take out the KKK like if they were a cartel squad? Just go in SEAL Team 6, shoot everyone down, capture the member. Hey, where's everybody at? But I think it's kind of like a segregated system. There's not like one. Just get the Grand Wizard or whoever the main leader is. It should be easy, bro.
9, a man in a gray truck parks across the street from your house for 40 minutes. He doesn't get out. He doesn't check a phone. He just sits there with the engine running, looking at your front door. Could be nothing. Could be a guy waiting on a friend. You write down his plate number anyway. First contact with the target happens at a cookout 3 weeks later.
Yo, what are you guys doing if there's a car just outside of your house staring at your front door for 40 minutes? I'm calling the police or I'm shooting him. Calling the police, I'm not going outside. I do not want to die, bro. I'm already scared enough to open the door when a package comes to my house because I'm scared that somebody might try to kill me because I don't know. I'm mentally not there all the way. So imagine if I saw a car outside, oh my gosh, bro. I'm so happy that I live in a pretty good area.
Someone introduces you to the man from the photograph. His name is Dale. He shakes your hand and asks where you're from. You answer. He talks about his tomato garden for 10 straight minutes. Soil mix, deer problems, how the heat's been rough this year. You nod. You don't know anything about tomato gardens, but your grandma loved gardening. You tell him you—
So why did you send this guy on an undercover mission to become this guy's friend, but didn't tell him to at least learn a little bit about tomatoes to kind of, even get that friendship lock even easier? If you knew already about who this guy, bro, the CIA, whoever set up this mission is dumb.
actually love to garden as well, using whatever you can remember. You're connecting with him, relating to him. Major progress. Then you do it. You slip in some comments to let him know you're an ally. Comments that make him understand you're on the same side. He smiles, but that's all. For now. A week later, Dale invites you to a meeting. It's a back room behind a machine shop. 12 men, folding chairs.
All it took was one conversation to get inside his circle. Yeah, this Dale guy's absolutely dumb. There's no way people would fall that easily for a random dude that they've never met. Town, backstory, truth story, race, like what?
Fluorescent light buzzing overhead. The room smells like motor oil and cigarettes. You notice 2 men in the corner immediately. They're not talking to anyone. They're not eating. They're watching. One of them has his chair angled so his back isn't against the wall. It's against the door. Nobody sits like that by accident. The other strange thing about this room is how normal it feels. The people there, they're your neighbors, your mechanic, the type of guy who may have patched your roof last spring. They laugh the same way. They complain about gas prices. You sit, you listen, you keep your answers short, nod at the right moments. Let the silence do the work. The talk starts harmless. The economy, crimes from the local paper, the usual how things used to be. Then it shifts. They slowly stop holding back. The language gets uglier, and by the end, they're saying things that twist your stomach, and they're saying them like they're talking about the weather. You drive home.
I want to know what they're saying, bro. Are they saying that like these people that are colored this specific color or with this ethnic background don't deserve, like there's only so much you can say that's crazy, right? Bro, with the internet, we've heard it all. Like what could be so despicable? Like we need to kill all these N-words or something maybe?
Park in your driveway. You know there's a problem already. Those 2 men who watched you the entire night never blinked.
Also, I'm trying to figure out if this is a white people town or is it a mixed town? Does it have multiple races? Because if it was a white people town, then I would assume there would be no issue that they have because they're all white. But if it was a mixed town, then wouldn't the people who are not of the white race already know about these KKK members or what?
Do they already know you're undercover? No, they can't. It's not possible. You realize you're just being paranoid. One thing is for sure. Next Thursday, you have to walk back into that room. Your FBI handler wants a report every 72 hours. You drive 12 miles to a payphone near a closed shop and make the call fast. Never the same phone twice, never the same route home. You become paranoid about being paranoid. If you're too careful, they notice. If you're not careful enough, you miss something.
Bro, they are KKK members. They are not the biggest cartel in the world. They are not some secretive, terrorist organ. They're the KKK. They're weak sauce, bro. It's just a bunch of white racist dudes. They're not even that powerful. They set up meetings and they play Magic the Gathering. And they're racist too, but that's...
Or worse, you get caught. And getting caught here isn't an arrest. It's much worse. So you adjust. You forget a weekly meeting once so you seem normal. You make yourself imperfect on purpose. Next Thursday, you go back. The 2 watchers are completely different this time. Friendly, laughing. One of them pats your shoulder when you walk in, like you've known each other for years. That scares you more than the staring did. 3 weeks in, Dale invites you to his house for dinner. His wife makes pot roast. His granddaughter sits on his lap and shows you a drawing she made at school. Dale looks at you and says, "You're good people. I'm glad you moved here." And you feel it, a real warmth in your chest. For half a second, you forget what this man is. You forget why you're sitting at his table.
You know what's crazy? I think most people are actually warm. Like even the most racist people, the most murderous, like the weirdest people you could think of, they could still provide that sense of warmth of like human to human interaction to somebody else, which is so weird and crazy to think about. Because if you just ignore their entirely crazy set of beliefs and you just take them as a human, taking another person in, feeding them, giving them a good experience at your home, taking care of them, giving them water, this and that, that's just crazy to me, bro. Hey, I think all humans could be good people, but some choose to stray away from that path.
You just feel like someone's friend. You drive home and sit in your driveway for 20 minutes with the engine running. That's the moment you realize this job doesn't just ask you to pretend to be someone else. It asks you to become someone else, And the longer you stay, the harder it gets to remember which one is real. The next day, Dale pulls you aside after the meeting, puts a hand on your shoulder, and says, "Next week, we need to talk to you about something." You smile and say sure. That sentence means one of two things. They trust you enough.
Either he's gonna get killed, crucified, hanged, and get kicked out, and his head's gonna sent to his family, or two, he's gonna get let into the deeper inner circle, and they're gonna start holding their Grand Wizard meetings, playing Magic the Gathering, and talking about their racist intentions.
To go deeper, or they think there's something off about you. Next week, you pull into the machine shop lot. Something is already wrong. Dale, the two watchers, a fourth man you've never seen before who is built like a refrigerator and hasn't smiled once since you walked in. The door closes behind you. You hear the lock turn. Then the big man steps forward. "Take your shirt off." Your stomach drops. You're wearing a wire. You have exactly 1 second to keep your face steady. You laugh and say, "Excuse me?" "We check everyone who comes into a conversation like this," Dale says. His voice.
Why would you be wearing a wire? Like, oh my gosh. If the FBI knows, you're gonna go like, bro, come on, thing. It's always that they're gonna check you. But that's besides the point. I had another thought about what I was saying before about people. Like, I feel like anybody can be good. When you really think about it, all the most evil people in the world, at one point, there were kids playing outside with their friends. They were having fun, playing soccer. Like, they were happy-go-lucky people. Like, what? Like, how is that even possible? The biggest cartel leader was once a kid, playing outside with his friends, going to his mom, can you make me breakfast? The biggest serial killer was once like that too. The biggest racist who kills black and colored people was once like that's just crazy to think about.
Is flat. His eyes are not friendly. Your brain is running at 1,000 miles an hour. The wire runs along the inside lining of your jacket. The transmitter is sewn into the collar. One device, one place to find it. You pull your shirt over your head. You hand it to the refrigerator. He runs his hands across every seam. He checks the collar. He checks everything. Then he hands it back. "Jacket too," he says. You take it off. He turns the jacket inside out. His fingers move across the lining.
If he doesn't find the wire, bro, the KKK should fire this guy, because it can't be that hard to find a wire or find some location where the wire could possibly be.
Or the collar. You watch his hands. You cannot look away. You just stare at his fingers moving 1 inch at a time.
How much do people get paid for things like this? Because there's no way you're gonna send somebody out to literally 50% chance to die and get executed. And like, where's the FBI help in case something happens? Like, hello, can y'all be aware? Are people just gonna die and you're not gonna pay and you're not gonna help with their what? Their family's gonna no dad, no son, no whoever this is. I usually thought it was a case of like a criminal works for the FBI, so they already have nothing to lose because they're gonna go to prison anyway, so they might as well take the deal. That's how I would have looked at it.
Toward the sewn transmitter, and you think that this is it. They caught you. His fingers stop half an inch short. He hands it back. "He's clean," he says. Dale nods, and now, apparently, they trust you. Dale sits down. The four men lean in, and that's when he says her name. A civil rights attorney in Atlanta. He describes how she's been helping send their friends to jail.
Did they say the location in the beginning? Because I assumed it was like Georgia. I don't know why.
He describes what needs to happen to make her stop. He's saying she needs to disappear. You sit in that chair absorbing a murder plot against an innocent person, and you nod slowly. But even after the check, the two watchers in the corner still haven't relaxed. Their eyes move to you every few minutes. They ran the test. You passed the test. But they still don't believe you. You wonder if it was something you said. Or maybe they could sense your nervousness during the wire check. Either way, you need to be even more careful now. You drive to the payphone. You're 2 miles out when you see headlights behind you. You don't speed up. You make a right turn. The headlights turn right. You make a left, then another right, then a left again. The headlights stay exactly 4 car lengths back through every single turn. Then they pull off suddenly onto a side road and the headlights disappear. At the time, you think you lost them. You make your call to your handler and you drive home. Then, a stone's throw away from your front door, you see it. A car parked tight against the wall of an abandoned house on the left side of your street, hidden from every direction except yours. From that exact position, your front door is completely visible. That's when you understand. The tail wasn't trying to follow you. They wanted to see you leave. While you were gone, someone else moved into position. You act like you went to bed, but you don't sleep. You lie there with your hand 3 inches from a silenced pistol on the nightstand. Every sound the house makes sets your nerves on edge. At 2 a.m., you hear it. The back door. Someone picking the lock, taking their time, trying to be quiet. Then the softest creak of a hinge you've ever heard. You roll off the bed onto the floor, pistol in hand. You press your...
Yo, I don't even know what I would do in a situation. I'm already scared of dreams. But when I have dreams about something scary happening, I'm already scared to go back. I'm scared of the dark. So imagine if there's a burglar at my house. If I had a gun, I'm shooting. I'm shooting first, asking questions later. I don't care. But in the wrong state, I'm going to jail for life. In the right state, like Georgia, I think I'll be fine. You're gonna die. I'm sorry. Bro, I think everybody needs to buy a gun. I think most people need to buy a gun. If you're mentally there and you practice with a gun and you're in a state that has good gun laws, I think you should buy a gun. That's just my opinion.
Your back against the wall beside the bedroom door and you wait. You left $200 in cash on the kitchen table, visible from the doorway. They walk right past it. You hear one set of footsteps moving toward the bedroom. Then they stop. Dead stop. Right outside your door. That's when you realize it. The picture of you and your sister on the wall. It's at your graduation. You were in full federal gear. They're looking at it right now.
Is this guy retarded? What? You have a picture of you and your sister in FBI gear in your house that you're supposed to be undercover? My guy, you gotta be the dumbest person I've ever met. How did the FBI even let you do that? To take, like... I can't even understand how dumb you could be to do that, bro. I'm rooting for the burglars now. This guy's too dumb.
They know. You come through the bedroom door fast and low. The man spins around. It's one of the 2 watchers. He gets one hand up before you close the distance, and then it's a brawl.
My guy, you have a gun. Shoot him. The other one also has a gun. Why are you trying to fight him with your fists? He's gonna kill you if he gets a chance.
In the dark, you take a hit to the ribs that would have dropped a smaller man. You hear him call for help. Another set of footsteps starts moving up the stairs fast. You end it with a pistol. One shot, suppressed. In a dark house on a quiet street at 2 a.m., it sounds like a book dropped on a hardwood floor. Then another one. The second man is down. You stand in your own hallway and the house is quiet again. Your hands are shaking and you can't...
Bro, you just killed 2 people in a mission that wasn't even supposed to involve you killing people. And now whoever sent those people there, or somebody had to send those people there, they're not going to come back knowing they're dead. Now you're done. You're not undercover no more. They found you.
Make them stop. Then you get to work. You spend the next 3 hours cleaning up a situation that cannot exist. 2 men who were never here. At 5 a.m., you sit at your kitchen table and you think about what comes next. They sent 2 men to confirm their suspicion, and neither of them is coming back with an answer. When 2 men don't report back, the people who sent them draw their own conclusions. You talk to your handler. He wants you to stay undercover, at least for the next meeting. You tell him you need backup. Close. He says it's already in motion. You have exactly 14 hours before that meeting, and you have to walk in there like nothing happened. It's time. The mission.
Bro, they're sending him to his death. If people didn't come, what else could be the answer besides his goons died trying to come and figure out if this guy was a spy or something?
Machine shop. You walk in and Dale looks at you for exactly 1 second longer than usual. You seen the rest of the guys? He asks. Like who? You say. He shrugs. 2 guys who were supposed to check in with me this morning. They said they wanted to look into something. I haven't heard from them. You lean against the wall and cross your arms. People flake, you say. Dale watches your face.
You sound mad. People flake. That sounds so. You're gone. You're dead. Kill this dude, bro. He's a terrible FBI investigator.
5 full seconds. Then he nods slowly and moves on. That's when it happens. The refrigerator locks the door. Dale asks you to sit down. You ask him what this is all about, but he cuts you off and tells you to sit down again. You sit. Dale pulls a chair across the floor and sits 2 feet in front of you, close enough that you can smell the cigarette smoke on his collar. I'm going to ask you something, he says, and I need you to look me in the eye when you answer.
What are your thoughts on the political and economic state of the world? Imagine that's his question, and they start having a real deep conversation about the economy and the social welfare state and the philosophical nature of capitalism and communism. Cringe.
Look him in the eye. Did you have anything to do with my guys going missing? No.
Yes,
you say.
They're dead.
No hesitation, no blame. You say it the way a man says something that's obviously true. Dale stares at you for a long time. You can hear the fluorescent light buzzing. You can hear your own pulse. Then he leans back. All right, he says. Then we move forward. You want some coffee? Then he asks the refrigerator to go look for them. In the meantime, he moves forward with the plan. He slides a photograph across the table. It's the attorney, taken outside her office, time-stamped 2 days ago. Friday night, Dale says. Her husband leaves for a conference. She'll be alone. He looks at you. You're driving. And there it is. The decision from the beginning. The one with no good answer. If you say no, every ounce of your trust you've built collapses. Dale connects the dots, the missing men, your hesitation.
Well, how is this? You just say yes, bro. You're wearing a wire, are you not? You could just drive and the police will stop him, arrest this dude, and make him talk and arrest everybody else. It's that simple. There's no such, it's not a hard decision.
You don't make it out of this room. If you say yes, you become part of a murder plot against an innocent woman. And
no, you don't. You're undercover. You're not going to murder her because the FBI is on your side. It's going to stop it before. Or is the FBI mentally not there either?
Even if the FBI steps in to stop it, you have to ride with these men toward her house, knowing that if anything goes wrong, if the timing is off by 30 seconds, she dies.
And that's not your fault. That's the FBI's fault. Maybe they should have a better plan.
You think about your sister. You think about the photo on the wall that you should have taken down months ago. You think about how far inside this thing you've gone and whether the person sitting in this chair is even you anymore. You nod. I'm driving, you say. Friday comes fast. You spend the day before going over the route with your handler. There are 4 intercept points, agents at every one, snipers on 2 rooftops, and a helicopter staged 11 minutes away. They tell you the window is tight, but manageable. Manageable. That's the word they use. You ask what happens if something goes wrong. Your handler pauses 1 second too long before he says, it won't. Friday night.
I'm confused, bro. This is a little group of KKK members. It can't be that hard. You know where they live. You know where they have their meetings. You know who they are. You have the taping on wire. You know what the plan is gonna be. You know where how the court attorney lives. You have everything. So you could put a fake person in there. She's not even gonna be there. You could have the FBI agents in there. You could just intercept a car. You could pull them. There's so many things. It's impossible to go wrong. How do you can't lose against a little clique of KKK members. That's impossible.
9:47 p.m. You're behind the wheel of a stolen sedan. Dale is in the passenger seat. The refrigerator is in the back with a bag you haven't looked inside. Nobody talks for the first 2 miles. The only sound is the engine and the road and Dale cracking his knuckles one at a time. You pass the first intercept point. Nothing happens. You check the mirror. No lights, no movement, just a dark road behind you. You pass the second intercept point. Still nothing. Your chest gets tight. You start doing math in your head. 4 miles to her house, 2 intercept points left. If they don't move at the third one, that leaves 1 chance before you pull into her driveway. 3 miles out. Dale opens the glove box and pulls out a pair of latex gloves. He puts them on slowly, 1 finger at a time. He doesn't look at you. 2 miles out, the refrigerator unzips the bag. You are driving toward this woman's house and you are thinking about every single thing that has to go right in the next 90 seconds for her to survive this night. 1 mile out. Then the road lights up. Blue and red from every direction. Helicopters, loudspeakers. Dale looks at you. He doesn't say a word. He doesn't have to. His eyes say everything. You don't look back. 3 months later, Dale gets 40 years. The rest of them get between 15 and 25. The attorney never knows how close it actually got. You go home, your real home. You sit on your couch and stare at the wall and you wait for it to feel like a win. It doesn't. Because for 3 days you were willing to drive, and you passed 2 intercept points where nothing happened and you didn't pull over. You didn't stop the car. You kept going.
Yeah, because if you stopped the car, you would have gotten shot and you would have failed the mission and you would have ruined the police plan to stop them there. Are you dumb?
You'll never know for certain whether you said yes to protect the mission or because saying no might have meant dying.
That's both. If you say no, you die and you fail the mission. If you say yes, you don't die and you protect the mission and it's a successful mission. Say no is the obvious bad choice. If you're undercover, maybe you should have taken the job if you were that queasy about it.
You tell yourself it was the mission. You tell yourself that every night.
Man, that was it for that video, bro. Let me know if you think you would be a good KKK member or a good undercover FBI member, because this guy was terrible.